Heavy are back. Full force, full motion. I'm your boy Jay.
I'm your boy Amity.
Boom! I'm your boy Morrow.
Man, today we're gonna talk about our Mount Rushmore wrestlers.
Our favorites. But before we jump into this, man, we gotta send out a special congratulations to the master, 619 Rey Mysterio, going in the Hall of Fame 2023. I'm first inductee, man.
Man, you know what that means. It's raps, bro.
Man, he the only the second active wrestler to go in the Hall of Fame. Ric Flair did it at 08.
Bro, I was about to say that.
And he retired after he went in, so yeah, it's coming. I mean, it's about time for Ray to retire, man. Like
I was about to say, Ray is pretty much done everything that there is to do in wrestling.
The Hall of Fame just cement his legacy.
I mean, for me, I do want to comment. He is also the only WWE Hall of Famer, to my knowledge, that I know of that competed at the All In event that was held by the Elite.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he was in. I forgot who he faced that night, but he did have him. Oh no, I remember. He faced. It was him. I think it was him and the.
That was before he came back.
Yeah, because it was like Kota Ibushi and the Bucks versus Rey Mysterio and like two other dudes.
So the Bucks were the heels.
No, they were the face in this instance.
Kota Ibushi, he didn't last that long at WWE. He lasted like a month, and he was gone.
Yeah, he was there for the what's it called
the tournament thing,
the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
What was that, 2018?
Yeah, like 2018.
It was the Elite, Kota Ibushi, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson defeated Bandito, Rey Fenix, and Rey Mysterio.
So Rey Fenix finally...
Bandito.
Rey Fenix finally tag teamed with his idol, wannabe Rey Mysterio. He is, like, Rey Fenix is like a big dude, though.
Yeah, well, he is a shot to... update for y'all on those that have watched the video about Jay Briscoe. The titles are being relinquished finally, so we have an update on that. They will be having a Reach for the Sky ladder match at Supercard of Honor, and it's ironic you mentioned Rey Fenix because one of the tag teams that have been announced is the Lucha Bros, Rey Fenix and Penta. So
Pentagon.
So we just want to send our condolences again to Jay Briscoe and the Briscoe family, or Mark Briscoe and the Briscoe family for the loss of Jay Briscoe. But I figured for those that have watched the video and haven't heard much of an update, well, I have an update for you now. So.
Alright, so we got our Mount Rushmore. This is like our favorite superstars of all time, whether it's WWE, whatever promotion. If these your top favorites, so these are our personal top favorites. We're going to run them down. We're just going to name them off. And we're going to tell y'all why we believe that these are, why they in the position we put them in. So,
because you already know I'm going to be going outside the box on this one.
Yeah, that's why I said WWE, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with this one, man. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, I think y'all know who it is. I'm talking about the game, Triple H. He on my top 4. Triple H is one of the greatest of all time, not just because, like, how he started, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, just generic, and then he came up and became a cerebral assassin, a 14-time world champion, and
2-time Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah,
it helps when your wife is the boss.
I mean, yeah, you marry Stephanie too, and it just elevates you. I feel like Trips,
yeah, for sure.
Trips still would have been Triple H.
Absolutely,
probably wouldn't have been in the
14.
Yeah, or in working in, I don't know, man. Stuff would have been different though if he didn't marry Stephanie.
Well, Title Society was also part of one of the biggest factions that led, the biggest faction that led the Attitude Era, D-Generation X.
Yeah, like Tripp still would have been that man because he had it, like the intensity, like the mic skill in the ring. Like Triple H is an underrated wrestler. Like,
you think he underrated as a wrestler?
Yeah, like he's known more as a brawler and stuff like that. But Triple H could get in there and really, because people don't talk about Tripp's like wrestling skills like that.
Everybody had it, man.
Like people talk about him as more.
Flips and super kicks and stuff.
I mean, no, not like that, but just like, just his skills. Like, on the mat, like he could get down there and go on the mat. Like, Triple H was, he could do everything, man. Like, but he didn't show that side of him that much in the ring because he was a brutal, type of competitor, But yeah, I got Triple H as my first, man on my Mount Rushmore list.
Alright, well, for me, my number one guy is currently signed to New Japan, is also the leader of the United Empire. I'm going with Will Ospreay. Now, this man...
Damn. All time?
He's in my Mount Rushmore. He's in my top 4.
It's his personal top
I get it.
4.
I'm just like, that just threw me off. But okay, go ahead.
I mean, if you ain't watched, but if you never watched him...
No, but I'm just like, all time, like,
How long he been around?
He's still young as hell.
He's still young. I think he just reached his 30s.
So he still got a long way to go.
But this man has made his mark so far in the short time period. Well, not short. He's been here for a good chunk of time. But everywhere he's gone, he's done well. He is a former Revolution Pro Championship. For those that don't know who Rev Pro is a promotion in London. He was their champion there. He is a former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, a former IWGP United States Champion, a former Junior Heavyweight Champion with New Japan, Best of Super Juniors, New Japan Cup, reached the finals of the G1 Climax, and has had some of the best matches. He competed at Forbidden Door against Orange Cassidy. Was in Chaos, but betrayed Okada and defected and made his own group, which is one of the most influential groups in the New Japan / kind of indie scene. And he, at the time, he also held 2 other titles. I don't remember offhand, but he walked into one of the Wrestle Kingdoms with like 3 belts around his waist. It was like the Warrior Championship. He had the Warrior Championship, he had the Revolution Pro Championship, and he had the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So that man, he walked out with some gold.
Yeah, he got a lot of accomplishments for somebody who's really just getting started, and he got more time to really go,
He most recently had a great match with, what I viewed as a great match against Kenny Omega at this past year's Wrestle Kingdom. Granted, he came out on the losing end, but he did have a great match. So for me, Ospreay is one of my top 4. What do you got, bro, over here writing this list? Make sure he has them.
Alright, cool. So, this is tough, because you asked me to pick 4 wrestlers, and I've been watching wrestling a long time.
I feel like I can guess one.
Yeah, I should be able to guess, my first pick. John Cena. So look, here's a couple things that's going to go into factor into my
I feel like it's John Cena. I feel like there's enough said in that category.
I mean, yeah, John Cena. But I'm going. I gotta go to criteria. I gotta go with mic skills, ability, and accomplishments and stuff.
And longevity.
Pandering.
Longevity. Well, no, not pandering, bro. Not that.
Well, let me ask you this. So obviously, in the start of the video, we acknowledged Rey Mysterio being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Do you see this year him getting inducted and this match at Mania against Austin Theory being...
Who's John Cena?
Yes.
No, because he hasn't... You have to tell WWE, I'm done, in order for you to go to the Hall of Fame. Like when Ric Flair said I was done, they put him in the same year.
Yeah, but he did tweet out that night at Raw. It's like, this was a place where I had my first entrance and this could very well be my last. Meaning he's hinting he could be retiring.
I mean, people do one-off stuff here and there.
I mean,
Trish retired, had matches afterwards. She's still having matches. So
I mean, this man's what, in his 40s?
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing. People wrestle 50. Ric Flair wrestled, he was 85. I'm just saying. So John Cena is my number one. If y'all shouldn't have had a hard time knowing who my number one pick was gonna be.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be,
Johnny Goat.
Little Match John.
Little match, John.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got to say too much.
It speaks for itself.
Alright, well, to bounce back to me for number 2, I'm going to go with the Switchblade, Jay White. Now, he most recently was the leader of Bullet Club. He has left New Japan because he lost back-to-back matches. He had a loser leaves Japan match against.
Hold on, bro. What? Every time you announce one of your people, he be on that, bro.
I didn't do nothing.
Fine, let me be like, oh, here's Batista. And like, here.
These his favorites.
I didn't say nothing, bro. I'm listening. I'm taking the knowledge because I don't know a lot about these people, bro. So I want to understand.
I'm gonna have to come over on a day and just have you watch like half of these like shows because, well, if I do, you might fall asleep. I don't know, but
you know the type of is that the type of wrestling that they do that I
Jay
don't like?
White matches aren't like that. They aren't
cool.
like 50 million super kicks.
Yeah,
and
no,
Canadian
does he
destroy.
sell? You know, if you have to think about it, it's a no, Jason.
No, because here's the thing. I haven't had a bad Jay White match. It hasn't been like, oh, he gets hit with something. Like, come on, do it again. Like, it was, like, he sells his moves. He don't know stuff.
All right, cool. That's all I asked for in-ring psychology. That's all I asked for. Nothing too difficult to do.
He's the former leader of Bullet Club. He is the man who single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden. He is the only New Japan Grand Slam champion, which means you have held the IWGP Heavyweight title, the New Japan title, the United States title, and the Intercontinental title. He's the only man to hold all the titles in that essence. He is the catalyst of pro wrestling. He dethroned
What?
the catalyst of pro wrestling.
All right, okay. All right, go ahead.
He is the man to dethrone Kenny Omega for his United States title in, what was it, a month of him coming back from his excursion. He's got great mic skills, great ring presence, great physique, great talent. Just overall, one of the best, greatest wrestlers.
He's just great.
Yes. I feel like he'd give your boy Cena a run for his money, but...
In what? In terms of what?
Mic skills, wrestling ability.
Mic skills.
If you've seen this man on the mic, he ain't nothing.
Mic skills? Jason, mic skills?
Yeah. Last week, me and you agreed on certain things. This
Jason,
round,
we're talking about John Cena and mic skills.
And we're talking about Jay White and mic skills.
Literally, only on this channel you would get a Jay White and John Cena.
He brought it up, bro.
A Jay White and John Cena thing going on.
I would
Two
tell
completely different superstars.
I would tell you. I mean, the man might be... John Cena's not the best wrestler. I would give you... He might be a better wrestler than Cena, but... John Cena's damn near the greatest talker that's ever lived.
And Jay White's up there, too, in my opinion.
All right, cool. We're gonna leave it at that.
Oh, no, we're going to do like what we do with Logan Paul and Kenny Omega. You mind throwing up a little poll for the fans?
I don't think that's a good idea, bro. I don't think that's a good idea.
To see who's a
better talker.
Mike, Cena or Jay White, I'll do it. I'll put it up there.
You gonna play me some Jay White promos on here too.
Alright, I got you. And ironically with this man, he also was in Chaos and betrayed Okada. So my theme is guys who were in one group betrayed and led another. But yeah, for number two, or another one of my top four, I should say, is Jay White.
Jay White. Alright, so for my number two, I'm going to go with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I'm going to go with a Rabbit.
Come on, bro.
Wolverine. Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Despite what he did personally as an in-ring performer, there was nobody really better.
Absolutely.
The only person I can really compare to him in the ring, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, the likes of those ones.
Yeah.
Like Eddie Guerrero as well.
So you like real wrestlers too?
I mean, yeah, I'm a wrestling fan.
So I rock with you, bro. You got some stuff to work on, gang.
Yeah, only you won. You were proud of me last week, and now this week.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Man, I mean, he was happy when you were saying the Elite was jokes, but then now you just told him in his face, Jay White, a better talker than John Cena.
Like what? You said that with a straight face.
Because I believe in what I say.
All right, cool. Ignorance is bliss.
I can't agree with that one though. Like I like Jay White too. Like I watch him, I've seen him. I've seen Jay
But
White.
you've seen his mic skills.
Yeah, in the ring, all that. And
We can like people.
like Cena. I mean, if you put him on a mic against each other, I feel like Cena would destroy him. Like, I'm just saying, like, as far as like, it depends on if it's a script or if it's just them going crazy without a script. I don't know.
I'm saying like non-scripted shit.
See, if it's not scripted, you can say whatever you want to say, whatever.
You talking about so he gonna curse, he gonna drop F-bombs and stuff?
Well, I'm not saying Jay White's the guy to, drop like F-bombs and shit.
Well, like that would be the only.
But I'm saying like you're not running on a script of Cena's gonna say this, then he would say this.
Yeah,
Like, I'm talking about they are able to go out, say what they want to say about the person. I mean, mine is the 85 swear words that may or may not come out.
John Cena don't need to say 85.
Like the one person I've seen that literally like did Cena wrong on the mic was CM Punk. Like that's the only person I've really seen. The Rock don't count to me. That was 2013.
That was a slaughter.
The Rock, that wasn't the Rock for real. That was on the mic back then. That Rock back in the day would have destroyed Cena, literally. Like we peeled Cena in half. Come on, man.
We don't know that.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
The Rock, bro, and the
early
Rock, bro.
Early Rock was.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying though, man.
See that Rock was just. I'm gonna write my promo on my hand
Cause Cena, I'm scared of Cena and all this.
Like, come on, man. Like that Rock was old, man. Like, but nonetheless,
Cena old,
bro. It's like when you not doing this for so long, it's like it's not gonna be the same. Like that's like Booker T, incredible on the promos, but trash on the commentary table.
That don't necessarily translate.
It's like
basically we'll say it for another video. What promos are better, scripted or non-scripted, freedom or not?
I don't think
we're on the rapid Wolverine of Mount.
But all right, but minus the Rock. Going back, I'm gonna end this right. Going back to Jay White being a better talker than Cena. That's not a debate. That's like saying who a better wrestler. Chris Benoit or Ruben Tool? It's Chris Benoit. Who's a better wrestler, Kurt Angle or Shawn Michaels? It's Kurt Angle. But I mean you can be,
right,
you just like young and ignorant. I get it. I get it.
But
go ahead.
But yeah,
you want to talk about anything that's insulting my intelligence?
I'm not trying to insult your intelligence.
I had Chris Benoit, man. Y'all, it speaks for itself. The in-ring talent, the skills, intensity, toothless aggression.
No, that was he had a shirt with that. That was crazy.
Chris Benoit was like that, man. Like, when you hear that song, it's time to go. So yeah, man, that's my top two, man. Triple H, Chris Benoit, two of the greats of all time.
All right, you're number two.
I went with John Cena. It gets kind of tough. So when I want to pick people, I want to go with complete package. I want to go with in-ring ability. Cena's on the low end of the in-ring ability, but the promo ability and the superstardom is top tier. I want to go with in-ring ability and talking ability because my top four change every day. I'm gonna put Kurt Angle right there, somewhere in there. I don't have no order, but John Cena and Kurt Angle is my top four. Kurt Angle, come on, bro. What weakness does he have?
No.
Greatest wrestler that's ever lived.
I mean, if you want to talk about weakness, I'm only nailing one moment right on the head.
What weakness is that? The bestiality sex? Is that it? That's not a weakness. That's just common.
I said one moment in time. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he do got a weakness.
What's that?
His knees.
Come on, bro. Come on.
The man can win a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, but when it comes to his knees in the wrestling ring, it's
blowing him out every time.
Bro, the man.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Jason, he's the greatest wrestler that's ever lived.
I'm not gonna lie. This is like Mount Rushmore video set. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that could be a video in itself. No wrestlers who have blown their knees out in wrestling.
Kurt Angle,
you got Kurt Angle, you got Vince, you got Kevin Nash, you got Triple H. The list goes on.
These old dudes blowing their knees out.
That's his only weakness. Knees, quads.
All right,
that's Kurt only. I mean, in his prime, they call him Perk Angle.
No, bro, stop that. Stop that, bro. But I'm trying to be serious because I want to give my boy his props what props is due. I want to give him his flowers while he's still here.
Alright, fine. Jokes aside, I agree with it.
You gonna agree he's the greatest wrestler that's ever lived?
I'm not gonna agree with that one.
I'm gonna say he's one of.
He's the only dude that has a gold medal.
It's like actually, Gabe Stevenson.
What is he? Where is he been?
Chad
He got a
Gable.
medal though.
He don't have a
Gable
gold
got a
medal.
He was in the Olympics, but he didn't win.
He didn't win.
Nah,
No,
he didn't win.
He
But
didn't win.
he is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
For sure.
But no, that him having a gold medal don't matter because Gable Stevenson got one. He did nothing, right?
Okay, fine. I'm gonna say this. I won't say like the greatest. I will say one of the most influential superstars in this day and age.
He's one of. That's just how you say it. It's multiple great. It's a lot of great wrestlers.
I mean,
Kurt Angle not just above everybody.
To me, I can back it up though. To me, he is. Just how some people say LeBron's the greatest and all that. You got the stats and all that to back it up.
I only say for me, I only say I say one of the influential just because of like the amount of guys that he influenced. I mean, he was bringing us people like Jack Swagger. You got Alpha Academy and stuff, and that's just to name a few.
I mean, yeah, he is.
Those were guys that inspired.
That's Kurt Angle. He influential, and he's like, come on, that's Kurt. Angle. But we just talking about him as a wrestler, like in the ring, like.
Well, no, that's
people call Ric Flair the greatest wrestler ever.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't even think he's the greatest.
That's debatable though. But I feel like the gold medal makes my
okay. To nail it right on the head, wrestling is one of those things where everyone can debate their point of view.
Yeah, the medal definitely means something.
For sure.
I didn't mean to say it don't mean.
Nah, bro. But I'm just
the medal means something. That means.
Wait. If we're talking about that now, I know for a damn fact. Didn't Mark Henry win a gold medal?
No.
He was a power lifter.
He's not a wrestler.
Yeah, but wasn't he in the Olympics for it?
Yeah, but he didn't win.
I thought he did.
Kurt Angle is the only Olympic gold medalist in WWE outside of now they got that man young Gable Stevenson who ain't wrestled yet. But he the last person to come to WWE with a gold medal. Kurt Angle was the only one when he was.
Comment down below if you think Stevenson will debut anytime soon or if they're still figuring.
He's not ready.
Yeah, he just won. You know, it's different.
You got to translate. Like Kurt Angle, I think he said it was easy for him.
Yeah.
But for one of them dudes who are mat wrestlers, like a Dolph Ziggler or
it's hard to really.
You gotta translate that. They don't just come like that just because you're a great amateur wrestler to go to a pro wrestler.
Yeah, he gonna be, but when his time comes, he gonna be decent though. I believe him. But yeah, man, I agree with Kurt Angle though, man. Kurt Angle, one of my favorites, man. 3 eyes, intensity, integrity, intelligence, man. He had all of them.
Alright, well, for my number 3, and I know I'm going to get looks from you for definite, I already know this. I'm going with Kenny Omega.
Alright, so here's the thing though, right, Jason? Here's the thing. I get it, bro. I understand. I understand, bro, because wrestlers, the style of wrestling has changed so much that these type of things are considered like great. Like when I started watching wrestling, people weren't doing stuff like that, like putting fingers up each other's butts and doing all these flips and stuff like that, doing all these nonsensical no selling and all that. So I get it now. I thought wrestling was just, you know.
Is this insulting my intelligence? I feel like you're insulting my intelligence.
No, I just said I get it, bro. Like I get it. I understand where you're coming from now.
To take your side on this one, Omega is kind of more understandable because Kenny is one of the great wrestlers around the world. Come on, man. Come on.
I mean, well, I mean, here's
despite
here's the thing. I would take like the silly. Well, he wasn't a part of that match. That was the thing.
I think Ciampa was in that match. No,
Ciampa was in it. I think Aleister Black was in it. I think Ricochet was in it. I think there was a whole bunch of them, but Omega was not one of them. AEW aside, in this instance, like the Omega that I first started watching and was watching when he was in New Japan, even his most recent bout against Will Ospreay. I mean, this man's wrestling ability, in my opinion, is second to none. I mean, the way this man handles in the ring, the way he's able to do it, a finisher that no one has kicked out of. The one-winged angel, no one has kicked out of this move. This man's a former world champion. He's a former junior tag team champion, former junior heavyweight champion, had the United States title, had the Intercontinental title, was the third leader of Bullet Club, who he literally ambushed AJ Styles on his last night in New Japan and said, "You're leaving, I'm the new leader," end of story. Had a great 60-minute match with Okada, which was a 2 out of 3 falls.
Right.
That match was great. Has had countless bouts with Okada that are top tier. He was rated by Dave Meltzer what was this? I think it was a 6.5 star match.
Oh, man. Dave Meltzer, he on payroll.
And like I said, I mean, if we're talking, for me, I'm not going to mention this even though it's outside of wrestling, Billy. I mean, he is one of the founding people who helped not only get All In going the way they did, but also...
Did Dave Meltzer vote Kenny
AEW.
Omega a Wrestler of the Year?
Yes.
Last year? Or this year?
I don't think it was this year. I think it was
Last year.
I think it was last
Yeah,
year.
he voted him Wrestler of the Year.
So this
The whole year. Every company. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins.
And he held 3 titles all at one time. He held
3 titles.
the AAA World title, the Impact World title, and the AEW World
Who
title.
doing that?
Kurt Angle held every title in
Kurt Angle
TNA.
did hold every title in TNA. But, man, so all 3 of your picks came from the other side, man.
Yeah, but my last one, as long as somebody steals it, is actually on the inside.
So,
Should I just say it then to get
No,
out the way?
No.
so it's me now, right?
Yep.
Alright, so this is my 3rd pick. So I had Triple H and Chris Benoit. So for my 3rd pick on my personal Mount Rushmore WWE, man, I ain't gonna steal yours, man. I was gonna steal it. I'm gonna go with the Viper Randy Orton, man.
I like that one.
The Apex Predator. Arguably one of the best, smoothest in-ring performers of all time.
See,
I'm not gonna lie, I think me and you were thinking the same thing because I think
Bro.
I know why you picked what you
now
did.
look,
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
I'm glad you said this, bro. I'm glad you said this because
you wanna know? So go ahead.
no, because you used to be like,
Exactly. I was just gonna say that.
yeah.
I used to be on Randy Orton heels about like just boring matches.
So what changed? What clicked? Like
like
what changed?
you know, like I feel like from 2019, like for a whole year straight, just Randy Orton matches was boring. But I was looking at it like, I think I was on the fence too. I was on that Young Bucks. I was highly on that Young Bucks style. That
High octane.
yeah, flippy, you know, that type of wrestling. And I was looking at Randy matches, and bro, all he do is just slow, it's methodical, but it's boring to watch. But I don't know. I think I just started seeing. I've been seeing Randy, and I know how good he is in the ring, but I don't know. Something was boring me about his matches, but it's the way he is in the ring, his precision, like the pace, like he's smooth, he don't hurt you.
Psychological.
Yeah, like it's wrestling, like he don't, you know, it's taking a page from you. He don't insult my intelligence.
Yes, sir.
In the
Let's
ring.
go.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Like
I'm just trying. Now I need to get you. I need to get you right. Like I need to get you to this next level.
Like Randy is a wrestler. Like
He's the wrestler's wrestler.
yeah, he's not like, you know, the Young Bucks of the world where you think they great wrestlers, but they just, you know, even though I like them though, but they really not real wrestlers.
Well, let me say this because before this gets way out of whack,
About to cry.
this is literally wrestlers aside. I'm putting wrestlers aside on this one.
Character, all that.
Even character. I'm saying everyone has, and this is honest, and you can honestly agree with me on this. Everyone has their own style of matches they like to watch.
Yeah, for
Some
sure.
people like that hard hitting on the mat grapple type of stuff. Some people like seeing, you know, these like high flying dangerous moves, like whether it's like jumping over the top rope and doing like a front flip or a moonsault or a high dive or this or that. Like everyone.
It's like if somebody hits you with one of those, you just get right up. Like, it's like
Okay, no, and hold on, and that is the one thing I do agree on. I don't agree on. Okay, I'm gonna kick you straight in the face, nothing happens, or I punch you straight in the face or chop you, and you just don't react. That is legitimately the one thing I don't like. I don't like no selling. I really don't.
I feel like if Omega took a power driver, he'd just pop up like nothing happened. A power driver, literally the deadliest move.
Bro, you saw how they triple super kick Sting. He just
just stand, bro.
So, like I said, me and yours type of match type that we like to watch may be different, but I think the one thing I think the one thing we can definitely agree on is, like I said, I hate no selling too because and this is this is a golden phrase on this channel. I feel like when no sells, I'm sorry, it insults my intelligence.
Of course, it should insult anybody.
I want
no selling is a bad
if you get kicked like square in the face, like I'm talking like a roundhouse kick, I don't want you being like doing that. Like I don't want that.
It depends on the person who no sells.
Yeah, like
if it's Braun Strowman, he can no sell all he wants. The dude is massive.
But Sting no selling too.
I don't want to see some guy get like super kicked by 3 people and no sell. I don't want to see some guy continually getting punched in the face.
Yeah, see, Randy. That's what take me back to Randy. Like Randy, he's perfect. He's
the wrestler's wrestler.
Like.
Also, side note, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of hurt.
Yeah, Randy Orton.
I really.
If you build a superstar from the ground, it'll look like who?
It'll look like Randall Keith Orton.
Yes, but yeah, I got Randy, man. Triple H, Chris, and Randy Orton. That's a slight list.
See, man. All right, so I like Triple H, Randy, Chris. You went with all wrestlers, wrestlers, wrestling ability. You didn't necessarily go like superstar status or nothing. Like you just went with wrestling.
Yeah, like they goated in their own right, legendary in their own way.
Right, but your list is like wrestler.
Yeah, that's what I like, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been coming around more to that wrestling. That I've been liking it though, but I'm turning a leaf. I'm getting away from that, just that overly high flying super kicks and all that. Like I'm getting more to that wrestling.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm all on that too. I'll sit there and watch a good wrestling match. Like I've been going back and watching like all the matches within the last couple of years. Like I even went back and watched 2016's, like I said, 2016's Backlash. The matches that were there too. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say all I want to see is super kicks, high flying stuff. I don't know if that's the misconception you're getting.
No.
I'm not gonna sit here and completely just watch
Jason,
everything that AEW or New Japan has to produce. Like
Jason, when I say certain things, it's just to just be on some silly stuff.
Well, I know, but I'm also saying legitimately, I'll sit there and I'll watch hard hit matches, like the wrestlers wrestling match.
Yeah.
I'll watch the people that already know the wrestlers wrestler. I rock with Randy Orton matches. I love them.
Jason, it's cool, man.
I'm just trying to put. I'm trying to put this subject to bed. That's all.
Point across, man.
I'll just be Jason when I say certain things. It just to mess with you, man. I ain't trying to get you fired up.
Like for instance, my last pick, and he already knew it, so I thank you for not taking it.
Yeah.
My last pick, the Rated R Superstar Edge.
Yeah.
Respectable. That man literally he's named as. He's the ultimate opportunist. Look at what that man has accomplished. Former Money in the Bank, former WWE champion, former World Heavyweight champion, Intercontinental.
31 of them.
31 of them all together. Tag team champion, Hall of Famer. The list goes on.
Fun fact, the only man to win 2 elimination champions lose and win one in the same night.
That's
walked
the biggest
in WWE champion, walked out world champion.
One of the only men that's won 2 Royal Rumbles.
Cashed in 2 Money in the Bank contracts for the world title too.
Won the Royal Rumble from the number 1 spot
at age 46.
Wow.
You can't make me believe Edge is durable enough to last the whole Rumble at age 46. That's
He's
crazy.
In stupid
he
shape.
is though. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy that he did that.
For those that want to know how that man got in the shape he did, I know we don't usually sponsor people like
Your
this.
list kind of different.
Yeah, because it has those
3 outsiders and then you got the Rated R Superstar.
Well, because the Rated R Superstar is one of the people that got me into wrestling. Randy Orton was another one that got me into wrestling. Cena. I started in one spot and then just started watching around, which is what most wrestling fans do. Some, stay loyal and watch one promotion. Some might explore. Some might only watch certain Tuesdays.
You're a wrestling fan. You're going to try to see what's going on with other wrestling promotions. Because you watch wrestling, for sure. So you just give everybody a chance,
But like I said, that man's resume speaks for himself. He's the first. Well, he is the first bound Hall of Famer. He already is.
Yes, sir.
He already is in the Hall of Fame, and this is honestly Edge's retirement year. After this, he's done. And honorable mention, just as far as retirements are concerned, this is also Goldust's last year. He made that apparent. He said after this year, he's done.
Dustin Rhodes.
Very underrated.
Yeah, he had it in the ring too.
He had it. Is it my last pick?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, you might have two.
You got two more.
I picked John Cena, and I thought I picked Kurt Angle.
Yeah, but me and him we did all four of ours.
No, I got one more.
Oh.
I picked John Cena, Kurt Angle.
You got one more. That'll be your third, and then I got one more. And
all
then
right.
you got
So
one.
when we talk about, all right. So
the order just kind of got mixed up.
Well, I was doing it this way, and then I realized as it was going along, it put me in the middle, and it put me in two automatic.
I had Trips, Chris, and Randy for my three.
I had John Cena, Kurt Angle. I think that was it. So I'm gonna go with another one. Now I kind of want to go with like complete packages. I want to put John Cena, Kurt Angle. I'm gonna put Eddie Guerrero there. Eddie Guerrero. When you talk about people who have no weakness, I couldn't find a flaw in Eddie Guerrero's wrestling ability. You know, personal demons did whatever, but in the ring, babyface, super over, heel, super disgusting. In the ring, he just had it. The charisma, he had everything. And I just think the man was just flawless to me. Like, in the ring, and you know,
He was a complete package.
As a father, you know,
man.
to his young son, you know.
Come on, bro.
We're not speaking on what was said on last SmackDown.
But I mean, to me, Eddie Guerrero was he's another guy. Like, he was just made for this. He was built for this, and like what else needs to be said, man?
Yeah, man. Eddie was like that, man. He WWE champion, man. He beat my fourth pick for the championship.
Hey, that was a good transition though.
The Beast. Brock Lesnar.
I like how you bounced off my off my
Brock
pick.
Lesnar, my fourth pick, man. It's Zed. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, 8-time world champion. Like,
Defeated The Undertaker's undefeated streak.
man, the greatest streak in history got beat by Brock Lesnar. Like, destroyed John Cena at SummerSlam. Literally decapitated
We don't
him.
have to talk about that, man.
What, 20-something German suplexes?
16, bro.
16.
You knew it was
4
16.
F5s.
89% of the match, Cena was on the mat. That's a statistic. I say that every time. Cena was on the ground.
Bro,
literally
we not
the
talking
entire
about the match.
All right,
bro.
but nonetheless, man, the Beast Brock Lesnar, man, that's my fourth pick on my personal top four. Man, I think I had a good list, man. Triple H, Chris Benoit, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar.
Solid.
Yeah, that's nice. We had Will Ospreay, Switchblade, Jay White, Kenny Omega, and a Rated R Superstar Edge. And we had John Cena, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, and you got one more.
You know, these lists are tough, man, because there's been a lot of greats.
I feel like, too, for next week, we got to do the women's.
You're going to do the women for sure. That'd be a little bit easier than the men.
Yeah, because it wasn't that many great women.
Bro, yeah.
No.
It's not. That's a fact.
Like, it's
women's wrestling just started getting cold.
We'll talk about that another time because we're already...
Yeah, I mean, bro said it last week. The longer video's been going crazy lately, so...
All right,
I
cool.
don't think we've ever eclipsed a damn near almost 40-minute video.
Yeah, we like
John Cena, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, and my last pick would have to be... Hell no. John Cena, Kurt Angle.
The now.
No. Nah. I want to go overall. I might have to put, you know,
Shawn Michaels.
I didn't say Shawn Michaels.
No.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Nature boy.
I'll put Shawn, because it was between Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton.
I already said Randy Orton, so that made it easy.
I mean, it could be on my Mount Rushmore too.
He could pick Randy if that's what he wants.
I'm gonna put Shawn Michaels there because Shawn Michaels is the greatest in-ring performer that's ever lived.
One half of the most influential groups that led the modern era.
He has the ability, good babyface, good heel. He had it all. Like you couldn't tell me there was a dude more talented in the ring than Shawn Michaels almost in any era. Like, you just, I can't really explain. Like y'all seen Shawn Michaels, man. Y'all, if y'all fans of wrestling,
man. You know, his
like,
second run was incredible.
Yeah,
that's the run I seen. You know, half of it. I know he came back in 2002.
Yeah.
And went all the way up to 2010, 8-year run. So yeah, that run was crazy.
So I might wake up tomorrow. My Mount Rushmore might be different, but as of right now, that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of these dudes' resumes speak for themselves, though.
Good list, man. Maybe 5-6 years from now, we gonna make a Mount Rushmore on the current day of superstars. So y'all might hear the likes of
the 2010s, from the 2010s, 2020s.
Like you might hear, Finn Balor might be on one of our Mount Rushmores 5 years from now, or
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
in my personal opinion, I feel like this was one guy that kind of went underrated on all of our radars. I'm just putting an honorable mention out there. I'm putting AJ Styles. I mean, come on, you can't sit here and say
he's up there.
I was thinking that. I got one too. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. He not
Even
on
in the
Mount
vote.
Rushmore. Something wrong with you.
He up there. You know, that's that old school. That's probably like, you know.
Yeah, I just threw him on that just because that's Ric Flair. Like I didn't watch his career.
His prime career.
You know, yeah, but let a ladder, like, you know.
Yeah.
Towards the end, but yeah, man, Ric Flair definitely on the top of that list, man.
You know,
I mean, Batista.
Yeah, I was just about to say Batista. Nobody said
just throw out some.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
We didn't name Rey Mysterio.
I think he went under because we mentioned him at the beginning with the Hall of Fame thing.
I
think that was kind of
shout out.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people, man.
Steve, you know, Stone Cold, The Rock. Like them the legends, them the older ones, but yeah, man.
A lot of superstars from the Attitude Era could be named. I do also want to say, I think we have the Heavy Hitters world record on the longest video.
41 minutes.
41 minutes and counting.
So that's what we're gonna conclude it, man. So we gonna come to y'all with the female Mount Rushmore, and we're gonna do some different type of videos, man. We gonna try to just keep bringing the content. Y'all keep supporting, man. Y'all dropping them likes. Y'all watching the vids. I just checked the analytics. The watch hours going up. So we just trying to get them, man. It's a process. It's a grind. It's a journey. But we ready, man. We hard workers. We ready to get to it. When it's that time, we gotta capitalize on that.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man. But y'all know, man. I'm your boy Morrow.
I'm your boy Emily.
Money making Jim.